Tennessee Tech head coach Dewayne Alexander. The team is coming off a loss at Lindenwood last week. They step out of conference play this week. They're going to be at South Carolina State. So, Coach, just some thoughts on your team, and we'll go to questions.
Well, I mean, obviously disappointing loss at Lindenwood. First of all, credit to them. They were coming off a couple of tough losses, and but they got a proud program. They've got a history there in their program prior to even moving to FCS of winning and having success, and playing at their place. The opening kickoff, I thought, was the tone setter for the game. We won the toss and opted to defer, and kicked the ball off. Good placement by the kick, and gave up a kickoff return, 99 yards for a touchdown, and started down 7-0. I think that really, boy, it gave them confidence, kind of got their sideline going. And, we had another special teams miscue where we had one of our guys on our punt return team after a big stop by our defense, got hit by the football. And after working hard and, going to have a chance to get the football back at midfield, with a big 3 and out, and then to get hit by the ball, flipped the field position, gave them a short field. We had 3 turnovers for the game. They did not have any. And at the end of the day, I don't care who you play in the OVC, on the road or at home, if you turn the football over 3 times and the other team does not, and you lose the special teams game, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to be in a dogfight no matter who you play to win the football game. So, and that's really, at the end of the day, that was the football game. We're still turning the football over at the quarterback position. That has got to stop. We've had, injuries at that position, and, when we had some injuries here, even coming off an open date, unfortunately had a thing or two, some injuries during the week of practice that kind of, especially on Wednesday, Thursday's practice that, right before the game, that made us move a few things around in some areas. But end of the day, Lindenwood deserved to win the football game. Coach Stugart's done a really good job there, transitioning that program into our conference. They're going to continue to get better and better. Our objective this week, obviously, we've got all of our conference schedule ahead of. We still have 5 Big South OVC games coming up. We have a non-conference game this week. We have 6 football games ahead of us. We've got to. I still believe in our team. I believe in the young men on this team. They're disappointed. They're hurt. They're frustrated. They're no different than our staff. But I can tell you this. They had a great practice. Last night, and right now the objective is to find a way to go to South Carolina State and see if we can't get in the win column.
Thanks, Coach. Ben, I know you got some questions. Go ahead, whatever you got.
Coach, first of all, what's it like to, have all these non-conference games, get ready for your conference schedule, and then, after one conference game, you switch right back to a non-conference game?
Yeah, it's a little unique. I mean, the schedule is unique. And really, I mean, quite honestly, Ben, this has made the way our schedule is set up, and really the way the schedule for a lot of teams is set up in our conference this year with, us bringing some new teams in and bringing the Big South in to join with us. It's almost got a basketball feel to it. And what I mean by that is you play a lot of games, in November and December in basketball, then you really get into the meat of your conference schedule, in January and February, and really it's going to be how you're playing at the end that's going to matter. I mean, it is. Right now you've got SEMO is leading the conference, and they're 1-4, but they're 1-0 in the OVC, and that's really what matters. That's what matters and determines your fate at the end of the season. So I think whether you're 1-4, 2-3, 4-1, whatever, you've got all your 5 of your conference games left. It's going to be how you're playing here at the end, and we have had certainly just some unfortunate injury things at quarterback where we've not got settled at that position. We have started, 3 different guys there. And, we're going to start Jordan Potts, the freshman, this week at quarterback. We feel like he's ready to do that. Willie Miller, who we started there the week before against Kennesaw to give us a boost and live, because he was our most experienced guy on our roster to do that, hurt his throwing shoulder, and then ruptured his Achilles in the game against SEMO on the second play of the game. That was a tough injury, career-ending injury for Willie, who's been such an exciting player here for us at Tennessee Tech over the last, 4 years. So we're, trying. But the good thing is, the positive thing is, in Jordan's case, the freshman that we're going to start, Jordan's had an opportunity to go through preseason camp, play in a couple of games, came in and played in the fourth quarter and did some nice things against Lindenwood, and now he's been able to, be a part of he's been able to be around 5 football games, practice for preseason camp in 5 weeks. So I think it's going to make he's certainly ready to step in and start. And, again, we got over half our season is still out there, and everything that we want to try to do is still out there. Obviously, we've got to defensively, we couldn't be playing any better than what we played the last 3 weeks. I think we lead the OVC in total defense. Guys are playing real well on that side of the ball. We only gave up a little over 200 yards in the game the other day, only 10 first downs. We're playing really solid there. We got to create some turnovers, but we're playing good enough defense to be in these football games. We just got to get some confidence going offensively, and I believe that we will.
And then, just talk about South Carolina State a little bit. What can you tell me?
Well, Coach Buddy Pugh's been there forever, man. I think it's his last season. What an institution. I mean, I'm excited to get to meet him. I'm honored to get a chance to get to see him before the game, and meet him. He's been the football coach there over 20 plus years, and they've had a lot of success. They've won the MEAC championship numerous times. They've won the HBCU national championship numerous times. They're a very proud program. They quarterback that can run and throw, a big physical offensive line, defensively, very aggressive up front, having to go to their place and play. We've seen a little bit of the country the Golden Eagles have the last couple of weeks. We went all the way to Lindenwood, then we're turning around and going to Orangeburg, South Carolina, which is almost to Charleston, going the opposite direction. This week we've had fall break here Monday, Tuesday, so no classes. So that's helped us, a little bit in our preparation, our guys not having to be, in class yesterday or today. So, but we're going to have to leave out early on Friday, to make the trip. It's a 1:30 Eastern time, a 12:30 Central kick. So obviously travel and how you travel and getting there on time, having your guys fresh and ready to play. But we will be, but a very good football team. They got really good skill players, a lot of speed on defense, a very well coached team. And they're coming off a big win last week in a non-conference game. So they're getting ready to get into conference play after our game, a lot like we are. They've got their whole conference schedule ahead of them down the stretch. So they're like us. They want to go into that stretch, feeling good about their football team.
All right. Thanks a lot. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Other questions for Coach Alexander? All right, Coach. Appreciate your time this morning. Best of luck this weekend on the road, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you.